Good evening, everybody. It's Monday night again. It's Sue from the Psychic Soul Guidance Directory, and we're here for our Monday night readings with Nicole, who is an animal communicator. And tonight, Nicole is going to do some aura readings for us.
Yep.
So, how are you, Nicole? How's things been with you?
Good, thanks. Very, very busy. How are you?
I'm not bad, thanks. Just waiting for some people to come on. So far, we've got Jenny that's come on to say hello. Hello, Jenny Sky.
Hi, Jenny.
How's your week been? And how's the animals on the farm been this week? Just talk for a little while we're waiting for some people to come on, if you like.
Sure. But yeah, busy. It's always morning routine, and then a little bit of break in the middle of the day to get our stuff done, and then it's afternoon. To, all the stuff, and then it's like nighttime. Oh, everyone needs to go to bed, so then we have to go put everyone to bed. It's always busy,
Yeah,
but it's fun. Did you want
I
me
know.
to? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, go on.
Did you want me to talk about like an aura reading at that
Sure.
sort of what I
Jenny's
just
saying pet aura or person aura. It's for people tonight, isn't it, Nicole? Or do you
yeah, I
want to
thought
do
we'd
both?
either or. I thought we'd do something different and do people.
Okay.
Just because I do different things, so I thought I'd sort of do an aura reading for someone. And then also too, if they want me to, I'll pull them a card from the Spirit Animal Oracle cards. And so they're really beautiful cards. They look like this. And they're not these aren't, animals that you own or anything like this. These are just messages from animals, because each animal generally has, a message to bring forward to us. And the way that they present themselves, like today I pulled a cat spirit, and cat spirits are very independent. They know their own self-worth, and things like that. So sometimes if that is pulled, that's maybe something that you could take inspiration from for that day, for an
Okay.
example. But we can do animals, or whatever. Hi,
Well, Jenny
Jenny.
said she's interested for her beautiful cat. So that was a coincidence, but you're talking about cats and she wanted a reading for her cat. So,
Ah,
yeah.
well, okay, well, what's your cat's name, and I'll see if I pull through.
What's your cat's
I
name,
mean,
Jenny?
where is my notes? Sorry, I'm just looking down through my notes. Ah, that's what I'm getting.
Her cat's name is Oscar.
Oh, Oscar. Oh, I like that name. Okay. Okay, well, sorry. You need to give me a few minutes so I actually pick up the energy, and then
Okay,
Oscar's root.
well, I'll just ask Jenny, is there anything in
Yep.
particular that you're worried about, Oscar? Is there something that you wanted to, that Nicole may be able to help you with? Is there a particular question or?
Okay. I'll just go through what.
Uh,
Oh,
what has she got here? He lost his front leg, so how is he feeling?
okay. It's interesting because what I'm getting from Oscar, I'll just show this, mate. Now, I am not an artist, let me just say. I just put on the paper the colors I'm feeling around them. So let me just show you what I've put on there and see if this makes sense. So this is Oscar. Now, this looks weird. I told you I was no artist. These colors look very similar, but they're not similar. This is a red, this is a green, and this is a yellow. So his root chakra is, this is red around his root area. So
Right.
this could actually relate to his front leg, because that was the first color I saw, and it's sort of like your survival instinct. So it's kind of like it's very strong, and it feels like if it like relates to his leg, that it's kind of like a pushing on through and like a determination to have this sorted. But when you see a really red, bright red root chakra on an animal, that's actually a really good sign, because that's very determined and strong, and very good survival instincts. Now, the color also that I saw around Oscar was yellow around his head. So for me, yellow can have multiple meanings, and these are the colors that they mean to me. So colors can mean something different to other people, but it's if you get the information. So the yellow around his head was, and this actually could relate to his front right leg, is that he's there. There's some knowledge there that he wants you to know. It's kind of like he's showing you something that he wants you to know, and he's just trying to get your attention. But he's actually quite smart, and it's the yellow is like shining out through his crown chakra. Now,
Okay.
the pink through the middle, and that is in his core. There's something to do with motherly love there, and I'm feeling that like there's some sort of there was some sort of separation, and there's that motherly love sort of root of rejection in his core. So let me just tap into his leg and see how he's feeling, because which leg was it? The right leg, front leg. I'm kind of feeling like deep inside, like it's kind of like deep inside, but I feel like he's actually kind of hiding a little bit more of the pain than what you're actually seeing. So obviously, if you are worried, I'm not a vet, you need to go to a vet. But I'm feeling that there's a little bit more inside that it's actually hurting him than he's letting on.
Oh,
So
poor little Oscar.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that was obviously. It's kind of like because he lost it, so it's like a phantom. Because when you, oh my God, sorry, so many things are coming through at once.
Yeah.
So when you lose a leg or a limb, you don't lose your aura. So this is why when you can have like phantom pain. When you see people like, oh, my leg is hurting, but there's no leg.
There's
And
no
my
leg.
dog, yeah, and my dog he's had his back. Right. Oh, there we go. Right. His back right leg amputated, and you see him every now and then trying to move it, and it's just not there. But they can still feel. So I'm feeling that like he was in a lot of pain in the middle of it beforehand. Now, how he's feeling mentally about it? I'm going to refer to my colors.
Okay. For anybody that's just tuned in, Nicole is doing aura readings tonight. At the moment, she's doing one for a cat, Oscar. But if you wanted to send your own photo in and get an aura reading, you're welcome to do it.
What's interesting is I'm actually seeing quite a lot of orange around the situation. So for me, that's actually quite a like a creative way of, like, it's kind of like he's trying to process creative ways of how to deal with this. Some animals, like my dog, would not deal with this situation very well. My other dog, not the dog that had his leg amputated, but I feel like he's sort of, how do I explain it? I can give you a look. But I can give you a look that, how I can sort of explain about, like, he's not really too happy about it, but he's trying to find creative ways to find ways to maneuver around the situation. But I don't feel like he is, like how my dog would be and like wanted to die. Whereas the other dog, I mentioned her last week, but I feel that he's, somewhat it's just orange. I'm just seeing orange. So he's just trying to find creative ways of just how to deal with the situation is what I'm feeling.
Yeah. Jenny's just said he fell off the balcony and he's only 18 months old. So it must have been fairly traumatic for the poor little thing.
Yeah, that would have hurt.
I hope that's helped, Jenny.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were going to say more? Go on.
Oh, no, I was going to say, it's actually sometimes when they are younger, they can cope with it easier. But, and that saying, they always land on their feet. It's not true, is it?
It's not true. No, obviously not true. But did he really hurt his foot? Now, look, I'm not the normal host for tonight. It should have been Anne-Marie, but Anne-Marie is having computer problems. So there is somebody here saying, how do they send their pic? You just attach it to the comments if you want to send a picture. And we don't know your name either for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why. Your name's not coming up. I'm sorry. Jenny said thank you. So would anybody else like an aura reading? If you can send us your name, and if you want to send a picture, you can. You don't have to. Do you particularly want pictures, Nicole, or
No,
it doesn't really matter? Okay, so his name is Craig. Did you want an aura reading, Craig? I take it Craig wants an aura reading. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he said he would like one. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Here's Anne Marie at stream.
Hello.
Here she is.
Oh my
We're
God.
just doing aura readings here. I've messed it up. I'm sorry, but I wasn't prepared to do this. But I'm here. So
that retrograde.
yeah. So look, so you're right now, are you, Anne Marie?
Oh, I suppose so. You can, unless you want to take over.
No, I don't particularly. Well, you know, I mean, I don't want to say that. That sounds terrible. But anyway, Nicole's about to do a reading for Craig.
Yep.
And there's a few people that are asking for aura readings as well. And I have said to them, if you want, you can send through a photo. You don't have to, but if you want, you can send through a photo.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Okay, Craig, you're gonna think I'm crazy. Look, this is weird. I know. Oh, can we see? I'll explain it because I don't know if my light's actually going to allow it to see. So what I'm seeing quite around your aura. Oh, look, I'm the only one on. Okay, you might see it now. Nope. I'll see if you can see that. I'll explain it.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing is obviously I only have grey instead of silver. But I'm seeing a lot of silver on the outside of your aura. And generally when you see silver, you know the old saying, silver lining, but to get to a silver lining, I actually think you've been through a lot of turmoil, I think the word would be. But you're in a phase where the silver lining is there and that you see the silver lining. Now, but in the middle of your core, it's really weird how I see it in the middle of the core. In the middle of the core, I'm seeing like a lot of purple. Now, some people refer to purple as royalty or healing, but I'm seeing purple as actually in your core, you're actually quite a spiritual person. You have quite a good connection with spirit. But I'm also seeing a lot of green coming from your hands, and I'm wondering whether you're a healer, because when I see healing coming from hands, you possibly, if you're not already doing healing, that I feel like you have healing qualities in there, whether you're doing a healing modality, or it could just be that the connection to spirit is actually how you heal people, your mediumistic healing. And then right down on your feet, you're seeing a lot of brown, and you see that as grounding. But what I was actually hearing is drums. So I don't know if you need to do some meditation where there's some drums to help release to get to that silver lining. But that's what I was sort of seeing that was coming up in your aura. So I hope that makes sense to you. Yeah, so that's what I was seeing for Craig.
Okay. I think that's Craig. Is that Craig, our photographer? I think it is. I'm sure it is.
Do you want me to pull a card for Craig to see what animal? Let's see what spirit animal wants to come through and see. Sorry, I like to do it until one flies out, until I'm led to a particular one.
Hi, Craig.
Ooh! Peacock spirit.
Oh.
Let it shine. Now, I love peacocks. I have peacocks. They can be some of the most stubborn animals, but I see stubborn as persistent animals. But this is a time to let it shine. And peacocks, honestly, when they have their feathers out, are one of the most beautiful looking animals, and people are mesmerized by them. So I feel like it's time for you to, if you said he's a photographer, time to like let your creativity shine. And maybe that's your healing modality, is through photos. So I hope that makes sense.
Yes, he has some beautiful photos. So if anybody wants a photographer for their wedding or anything else, just look up, I think it's Timeline Photography. Mm-hmm. So
that's an art.
Oh, who's this? Oh, Anne Marie. Okay, another Anne Marie. Sorry, I thought I was looking up my own name. Okay, so you're wanting to see how things will go with a work claim. I think you'll have to wait till Moira comes on, because Nicole's doing animal communication and auras. So if you'd like to jump on a bit later, and I'll get back to you then. Okay. What's this? Craig saying something. It's time. Oh yes, of course, I know that. All right. Oh, and he loves peacocks. There you go.
Oh, peacocks are so good.
Yeah, I love peacocks. And is it the
Oh.
male peacocks that are the colourful ones?
Yes,
Yeah.
the females are still beautiful, but the males are the colourful ones.
Yeah. And I heard something, I don't know if it's true, that they're all born with no sex and they just change. I don't know, they can become male or female later on. I don't know. Is that true?
I'm not sure about that fact, but I do actually have a little one at the moment, and it's like this tiny little peacock. It's the cutest little thing ever. So we're waiting for it to grow up so we can tell if it's male or female, because obviously we'll see if it's got blue or more brown.
Oh, right.
So, yeah.
Oh, they're beautiful. I know someone who lives on a farm who lost his peacock, but he would like to buy another one and just can't find anywhere. So if you are selling them, let me know. So I've got a buy for you.
We've just rehomed 11. Like,
Oh no!
Not, they didn't come to our house, but we've rehomed them, worked with rescues and things. Yeah,
all right.
It's a shame.
Oh, let me know. Yeah,
I'm sure I could find him one.
Okay.
Let me know.
All right. This is Lydia. Oh, thank you, Lydia. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just trying to hide my my regrowth. So, all right. Okay. Who's this Facebook user? Can you please put your names on? Oh, again, Craig. Okay.
It's Craig.
Photography. Okay. All right, Craig. Thank you. So everyone got that? Timeline photography. There we go. All right. Now, what's going on here? Thank you. All right. Is anybody else on here that would like a reading? I'm not sure because I know. Trying to think this. No, the retrograde is. Yeah. Yeah, I think the retrograde is over. I'm not too sure about that, but hopefully it will be. All right, who's this? Hi, ladies, it's Marnie again. I would love an aura reading, please. I'm struggling at the moment. Okay. All right, Marnie, I'll just...
Well, I don't know you, Marnie, so hello. Sorry, I have to write your name on the top for me to connect, and I feel like I have to rush it because everyone's waiting on me to draw, and I've got the crappiest drawer.
Yeah, mate. All everywhere.
Okay, this is interesting. Sorry, that's a good thing. Right, so as I was saying before, so some colors can mean different things, and a person that I know, we both do them, and different colors mean, so the same thing are different colors for us, and then the same color can have different meanings. So yellow can present in a bad text, it could be pain and that sort of thing. Can also mean like a very knowledgeable intelligence, and then yellow can also mean, obviously to me, is more of a teacher vibe. And I feel like Marnie has, like, what she's going through is going to be teaching others. I don't know what it is, but I feel like, hang on, let me just draw a few more things. Okay. So, this is interesting. You'll see everyone will have, oh my God, hang on. so many colors at once. Everyone will look different. Some people will have swells. Some people will have lines. Some people will have so many things. Marnie, this is what I see for you.
Oh.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see the colors, but I will explain them. So, as I was saying, the yellow, I feel like because the yellow is in the present, it's here and now. So the yellow, what you're going through is lessons. You're going to actually teach people how to get through things. What you're learning now is not only for your benefit, is what the yellow is sort of saying to me. And that's why it's in the now, it's just here. But over your heart chakra area, there is a pink. Now, pink can obviously have two different colors. It can mean like a motherly kind of issue. But with this one, with this yellow, this is more of a self-love issue. You need to take time out for self-care. You need to start to love yourself again, because I don't feel like there's that going on. And surrounded by that is the green, but the green of healing. So you need to heal yourself. You need to, and not in an uppity way. I mean, you need to love yourself because I feel like there's a block there, and you need to be able to look in the mirror and say, I like that person and I can deal with a lot, but I like that person, and this person, like, you need to be able to look yourself in the eyes in the mirror is what I'm feeling. Now, on the sacral area, I'm seeing a lot of orange, which is good because that's the color you want there, but that's also where you hold trauma. And then on the other side of it is blue, so that has it's a deep blue, so it's a deep emotion. There's deep emotions there. It could be I'm very cautious about saying the word depression. I just want to say, like, sometimes you feel low and you're holding on to that, and then all to tie in together, if you get that self-love back, so you can release those emotions to come back in balance. I hope that makes sense.
Okay,
Oh,
Marnie.
see what the animals have to say.
So if anyone would like an aura reading, if you could come over to the Psychic Soul Guidance Directory page, so we can see your comments. Thanks. Okay, we've got some feedback for you there, Nicole.
Okay.
So, wow, you're amazing. My partner has died, and I've been trying to help everyone. Yeah. So that's the feedback. She's from Marnie. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Marnie.
Well, look at the card you just got pulled. Just so you know, just confirmation. This says there is always enough, but I'm feeling that this koi relates to you, just so you know you're always enough. So I hope that brings you, and I'm very sorry for the loss of your partner. I actually could not imagine the pain that you're going through, so I'm very, very sorry.
Yeah, Marnie, very sorry for you, and I'll do some healing for you and some prayers for you to heal. Yeah, it is pretty hard, and I'm so sorry, but we get there. You know, and just know that they're always around. Your partner will never leave you. He's still around. He might not be here in the physical body, but his soul's always around you and always guiding you in your life path. So thanks, Marnie, for tuning in. What have we got here? We've got Belinda Jones. I would love a reading if possible. If it's an aura reading, then yes, Nicole can do an aura reading for
another
you.
reading. Do you know what? When I saw Belinda's name, I just went, oh, because I actually feel like Belinda has some beautiful energy around her. You know when you meet someone and you just like, oh, you know, like you instantly like that person?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling around her. So
yeah, maybe Belinda could get into spirituality and become a healer. Well, yeah.
Ooh.
We need
That's a good one, actually.
World. We need plenty of healers in this world.
But now that you're saying healing, I'm sort of feeling, because generally I see healing from the hands, like generally because people either do a modality where they touch or that like there's something there. But with Melinda, if she does it, I feel like it needs to come from the heart, like a heart healing. That could be even distance healing or something like that. Because I'm, ooh, where is it? Where is it? What color? What color? Okay, I'll show you.
Okay,
What I
Belinda.
mean.
Let's see what colours your aura
Okay.
is saying about you.
Oh, do you know what? It's really interesting. I'm seeing yellow again, but it's not like a yellow is in a the vibes I was seeing before. It's more of a, you know that song Sunshine Lollipops?
Yeah.
You know, like
Sunshine,
yeah.
lollipop.
I'm kind of feeling that, I don't know why, but her energy would be that type of energy to pick someone up just by her being her. So what I'm seeing is, where are you, Belinda?
Oh, nice.
Okay. See what I mean? Like there's a lot. Energy looks different to me. So the first one, there was the pink though. And so again, pink and different colors can mean different things at different times. And you know how you go on the feel. So the pink for me is just like, when I saw her name, I was just instantly like, "Oh, I like this lady." So she has this calm, soothing, I guess, and maybe motherly energy coming through that people can relate to. And then when you mentioned healing, the blue, so this is the blue I saw around the heart, because I feel like it's a calming blue, like it's a refreshing, like a fresh, kind of like a stream, like you're kind of like it's kind of like a breath of fresh air, and like calming and sky, and you know, beautiful things that you can push out with a healing or with a gift. And then the yellow was just because I just feel like you're just shining, like this, you doing this, you're just going to shine. So I hope that makes sense to you. But yeah, it's totally different. I'll pull a card for you to see actually what the animals would like to tell you. Okay. I really hope you feel that, Belinda, too, because I just think more people are drawn to you than you really realize. No, got to shuffle that one more time. Sorry. I can be a bit of a pain. I'm very particular. Ah, flamingo. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, nice. Pink flamingo.
So pink. There's your confirmation with pink, but also embrace the in-between. So perhaps you're stepping into this or something that you could step into, but embrace it. Embrace it and let your light shine through, because and you know what, flamingos are somewhat of those animals where you look at them and like, how does that even work? How can that, you know, how can they stand on one leg kind of thing? But they just work, and they're just the most beautiful exotic animals, and people always want to see one up close. And I feel like you have that, you draw people in like that. So I hope that makes sense to you.
Okay. All right, Belinda, I hope that's helped. And love the pink flamingo. Yep, unless it's your favourite colour. Maybe it's your favourite colour. All right. Before I bring Moira on, because she wants to ask some questions as well. So Sue says, could you please do an aura reading for my dog Harmony? We lost our other dog.
Harmony! I can tell you right now, before I start drawing, that we have some, where are we? I'm going to find my dog. We have some spikes in energy with Harmony. Here we are. Sorry, I just had to find this one. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Sorry. Just remembered something that you need to let her know. Harmony needs to know what's happening, because I'm not going to go into details of what I do know what's going on, but it's very important that you start explaining to Harmony what's going on, because I'm feeling like she's getting a little bit of anxious, nervous energy about what's actually happening. Because there's a lot of changes going on with her and with you and with her, and she's looking to you, and then she's worried about her, like herself. Yeah, sorry. Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. Hang on. Okay. So sorry, I do these little noises while I'm drawing. Okay. No, I need this one. All right. I have to write her name there. All right. So, Harmony. Where are we, Harmony? I can never do these backwards. Right. As you can see, lots of spikes everywhere. The red is the spike. The red, for me, some people see red as different. Obviously, some people see it as love, which it can be. It can be a deep love. Some can see it as anxiety, but I'm seeing it as like spikes of sometimes we're okay, sometimes we're not okay, sometimes we're okay, sometimes we're not okay. And it's more of a, it's a twist between a little bit of frustration and a little bit of anxiety. Now, the black around her head, don't freak out. Black is not a bad color. All black means is it's a combination of different colors. So it's a combination of all different emotions all rolled into one, but it's near her head. So with her head, that shows me a bit of confusion about what's going on. And then with that, that's why I'm saying you need to explain to her what's going on, because she needs to really understand, and I would tell her multiple times a day. The yellow on the inside of her core, to me, is, and you'll see it's in swirls. That's where her sort of, it's kind of like butterflies, but sometimes she's not sure if she's excited or if she's anxious. And then around her heart, that's the blue, deep emotions that she needs to deal with and she needs to release. This part here, the green down the bottom, green will help an animal release. Nature, being in nature will help an animal release. So I would try and take her, I don't know where you live, but I feel like it's important to take her somewhere else where there's nature. Explain to her beforehand, otherwise you'll stress her out. But explain to her, we're going to go here, we're going to release, and we're going to, because with animals and nature, they have to be together and they just need some form of nature, and it'll actually help her anxiety and everything come down. And to release information, to release the energy as well. She's allowed to grieve. The other thing is too, she is allowed to grieve, which and I know you're doing a good job of that, but also acknowledge it and talk it through with her as if she's a little child and explain what happened. Although she will know, but it's from an animal's point of view, it's good to get that acknowledgement, like, oh my God, I'm being heard. And if she understands I'm in pain, and if she understands sometimes I don't act the right way, because that's the only way I know how to release my pain, is what I'm feeling from Harmony. So I hope that makes sense, Sue.
Okay, Sue, that means
your card.
Plenty of grounding for Harmony. Take her for a walk around the park or down the beach. And yeah, that might help. We've got one more aura reading, and then we'll bring Moira on to ask some questions as well. Okay, so, oh no, not that one. Where are we? Oh, here we go. Sam would love an aura reading. Okay, Nicole, what can you see?
Okay. Oh, sorry, my dog's sneezing in the background. Sherman. I don't know why, but I'm seeing Sam likes things to be in a certain way. Because it's comfort in routine, or comfort in this, something with comfort, something bringing a certain way brings comfort. Where are we? Sorry, I need to pull my colors together. Okay, interesting. What I'm seeing for Sam, gosh, my drawing is terrible.
Not as bad as mine.
I feel we should have a stick man competition. Okay, I'm feeling, first of all, the thing that stands out with Sam is I'm feeling like this is going to look really weird, but I'll explain what it means. I have a feeling with Sam that when Sam was younger, there was some sort of, I keep getting like a notion to the sky, whether it was cloud watching or something that would give her peace and clarity and calm. And I feel like, because I keep hearing, when did that get lost? You know, like when did that amazement of the world from a child perspective get lost? And I feel like you need to come back to seeing the world through a child's perspective, because it's just kind of, it just feels like it's all here, like all in front of you. That is so interesting. Okay. This is going to look really weird. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. This is where I see people get like lines and squiggly things and whatnot. I'm actually seeing green, which is healing, which is near your ears. So I'm feeling like with this, it's kind of like things have been said to you, and it's like sort of like being pulled in different directions, and people just saying things to you that you've really taken down into your heart, and you need to how do I say it? I feel like you need to not listen to these people, because I feel like someone has said something that has really hurt you, and it's still in the core of you, and it's kind of like it feels buried, but then sometimes it comes up, and like it's in the way why I'm saying that is because it's, you know, like your past and your future. It's kind of like here we're okay, but in like the past and future, like in the past it was something was said, and it's like it's kind of like they're attacking your self-worth, and then we're burying it down, but we're sort of okay, but then it'll come up again, and then you realize you're not okay, and then deep down in your heart area, like I feel like there needs to be some sort of energy spiritual release to help that to move forward, because it's sort of like this ball of energy right here near your heart, because it's actually something you've taken to heart. Yeah, it's just sort of feels not stuck, but just I feel like, yeah, you need to go back to that point in time where you were a child, and just everything, like, you know, that feeling when you're a child and it's carefree and it's okay and like everything's happy, and it's kind of like people have knocked you down, but it's time for you to get back up and really see things see yourself the way a child would see you, if that makes sense. That's what I'm feeling in your aura. But let me do a card and see what the animals want to say, because they may have something different to say than what I have to say. Who knows? Oh, okay. That one was like spinning out then. Ah! Eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. Eagles. Now, have you noticed that they fly higher than most other birds, and they don't need to they don't need the other birds to give them validation. They are like quite high up in the bird food chain, so to speak. And they have this presence about them, and I feel like you need to get back to that, because I feel like spirit will have your back when you jump into what you need to jump to and get back to being you, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to you.
I'm so sorry about that, Sam. That seems like she said my sister cheating on me with my boyfriend a few years ago. Oh,
that's horrible.
It is. Oh gosh, he wasn't meant for you anyway, Sam. I hope you found someone better, and if not, somebody's around the corner for you.
Absolutely. What a pig. Sorry, yeah. I shouldn't say that.
That's all right. Okay.
That's what I meant to feel.
I know, it's shocking, isn't it? All right. I'll just bring Moira on and say hello. Hi, Moira.
Hi, everyone. Have you got can you hear me?
Oh, she said she's single. Well, hang around. Moira will do a reading for you.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So, do you have any questions, Moira, for Nicole about the animal?
Yeah, I sort of did. I was just wondering, yeah, before when I asked before, because when I tune in psychically to or tune into an animal that's living, it's a totally different blend to when I communicate with them on the other side. Yeah, and the same as usually when I do the photo. It depends. It can be because they've passed over, or it could be because they're missing. So it's a different energy altogether. So I just wondered how you found that yours was about the same.
Yeah, because when I was little, I would either have like just spirit walk in and just walk on in. I'm like, okay, or a dead animal. And even now, I'll just have like my cat. She'll just walk on past. I'll be like, okay, change is coming. And I think that's just the way I grew up. So I've just sort of been like, for me, it was sort of, there was no different. I would speak to people, or I'd speak to dead people or animals or dead animals. So for me, it can be, it feels like the same, but then, you know, when you like look at an animal, you can recognize dead or alive, if that makes sense. Because you can sort of
with a
feel,
photo.
yeah, and I sort of have a symbol system as well. So if my guide, who is a cat, looks down to the earth, for me, that animal's alive. If that cat is then, or that animal is then sitting next to her, that animal's dead.
It's just amazing how the spirit world and how every medium and every psychic, I tell you what, we're all unique.
So different.
Yeah. And I've learnt that through the astrology that I've learnt over the years as well, because, you know, I've got a friend born the same year. She's got similar things in her chart to me. She's had a different life. She's a medium as well. And her way of channeling and doing things completely different to mine. But you could have a reading with her and I could read for you as well. You'd get an amazing reading, but probably not the same thing. And in a different way. It's just... And it still just amazes me today, you know, because when I was learning, especially when I was in the UK, it was very olden ways. In a lot of ways, it's, you know, it's hard to explain. And it was all about getting that link and this and that, and you've got to meditate for so long. Well, I don't need to do that much meditation to connect. In fact, I don't even need to open out, right? But by the book, you're supposed to do your little, you know, and then you get a better reading, apparently. Well, I will always say, well, you should do that. But you don't always, and it doesn't always happen that way. And sometimes it just happens and it's the best, clearest information, and you haven't even opened up. You didn't even know it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And
you find your way.
We all channel differently, and, you know, use different techniques and all that. So no two mediums and psychics are the same.
I agree. Yeah.
No, the same as I can read someone's aura that you've just read, and we'll get some other things, but it doesn't mean you're wrong and I'm right, or either. It'll just be a better reading. We'll just sort of add to it, or we give them more of what is there for them instead of just a little
Even the
reading.
technology we use, you know, like somebody might consider a snake as a bad thing, and other people think it's transformation. So we all just channel it. It depends on the seeker, and, you know, what the way that spirit communicates with us and how we interpret things. Will give us those symbols to the way we see it. So
yes, because some people, the snake is medicine, and in some cultures they eat bits of the snake as medicine, don't they? Not that I do that. No.
But it's like that parable. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, around, I think it's six blind people standing around an elephant, and they describe what they see. And, you know, one person has the tail, and one person has the trunk, and one person has the tusk, and they're all describing something different, but it's all the same. It's all just from a different angle. If that makes sense.
That's right.
yeah.
So have we got a few people watching tonight?
Yeah, I think we have. Yeah, Nicole, would you like to come on again next week and do some more? We can some more aura
Well,
readings.
would
and-
I feel
Nicole
like I know
like to
you
work
guys
with
now.
me? Would you like to work with me as well, Nicole? If I pull a couple of cards
Yeah.
and then you just add to whatever else I give them, or vice versa, you give them
Yeah.
something and then I'll just add to it, and then they're getting a mini reading, but they're getting two of us.
Or maybe, Nicole
Sure.
can do an aura reading. So,
Whatever works.
Whichever way you'd like to work. Okay.
okay.
I think
I've
we've got a lady that just joined.
Um,
She messaged me today. She's local to me, and her name I think is. I'll just give you her name and see if she's there. Yeah.
That's all right. She can jump on. So if anyone's interested in getting a reading and an aura reading, if you'd like to come to the page, even though we're streaming across the group page and YouTube, if you can come over to the Psychic Soul Guidance Directory Facebook page and come and get a reading.
Yeah, her name's Shirley.
She's here. She's there. Okay. All right, we'll get to Shirley after Donna.
Yep.
So,
Good.
Donna, how are you? Donna would love a reading, please. Maybe, would you like to do an aura reading first, Nicole, and then Maura can tap into something else?
I can pull her a card to see what she needs to hear about for what's going on in her life. And then if we need to go into anything further, I can pull another couple of cards from the other deck.
Yeah. I'll do a quick aura read and then I'll leave her with Moira.
Okay.
Do you want me to talk while you do concentrate on the aura, or you just whichever way you like to work?
Yeah, let's do
Some
that.
people
That's
need
fine.
Yep. Okay. Well, Shirley, hi, I'm Moira, and the lady. Well, I see the lady in the middle is what's your name again?
Nicole.
Nicole. I keep wanting to call her Elizabeth. Why? I don't know why. That's a middle name.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's fine. I'll relate to anything. It's fine.
Host for tonight is the lovely Anne-Marie. So, Donna, I'm just going to get you a card, and it's from our beautiful KDK deck. It's the Essential Oils card deck. Oops. So I'm just going to pull you a card from there, and I'll just see what it says and what the affirmation is, and see if that actually means anything to you. So I'm going to say, Donna McMahon, tap on the cards for the highest good, and let me see what I get. And I've got the herbal essence, or the herb flower. There you go, the flower, patchouli. And this is something I always make a joke about. Smelly old hippies from the 70s, and they stink of patchouli. Okay, but we don't mean it like that. But that's my joke.
Funny.
My daughter said to me once about, "Oh, didn't someone say you're going to meet a really spiritual man?" I went, "Yes." I said, "But I don't want someone that has trees and doesn't work and wants to live off a woman, stinks of patchouli, and has like a compost heap under his toenails." Right? That's a very 70s hippie, like, no, that's not spiritual. That's no. Anyway, that's our little joke in our family. So when anyone says, "But maybe Moira can meet a spiritual man," I go, "No, not at the way of patchouli." But anyway, let's get back to Donna. The patchouli says, I'm going to need a little bit more light on here. It says, "Don't let the scales tip in the wrong direction. Find some balance in your life and think carefully about your actions." Okay, so when I get something like that in a card for someone, it's number 38 in this deck, and it says, "I have balance in my life and I move forward in a positive direction." I would say there's some things that are upsetting you. I want to say around a work situation or around a financial situation. Somebody is pulling the lead. Somebody isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Someone has annoyed you. And I feel as if they've really tipped the scales, and you've really got to stay mum. Really be quiet. Stay Switzerland. let them self-destruct. Please let me know if that makes sense to you. But I feel as if around a work situation or to do with finances, okay, it's not your love life or your domestic life or your kids or your neighbours, anything like that. It's to do with finances and money and work. That's what I'm getting. There is somebody that's really, really annoying you. And the best thing in this situation is just really keep your mouth shut. Be nice about it, even though you know what's going on. Don't let them tip the scales too much. Don't let them annoy you too much, unless you've got to go and talk to the boss about it. But I would just be very careful about somebody's really annoying you around that area. Could you let us know, Donna, if that makes any sense to you? And if it's not in your own work, it could be your partner's work, but it's very close to do with work and finances. Just let us know, and I'll let Nicole tell you all about your aura.
That was funny when you said flowers, because that's exactly what I was drawing around you. And I felt like, because flowers just bring this life to the, like, if you bring flowers into a home, there's this whole new life and energy that comes in. And I was feeling that you need that energy in your house to like pull kind of like bring it back to balance. But the other thing I saw too was, I feel like you have this like cloak over you. That's actually a purple cloak. Like, I felt like you were hiding but underneath the cloak you'll see there's actually quite a lot of yellow. Like, there's a lot of, it feels like, and I don't know if this is a work situation or not, but it feels like there's a lot of knowledge you're hiding underneath this cloak, and you need to like pull the cloak back, because I'm feeling like it looks to me like an actual cloak over you. So if it relates to the work situation, great, but I just felt like you need to like pull it off and let that information come out, or that knowledge come out. And then I was seeing what would heal you is some sort of activity with your hands, because it's orange and it's like a creative, something you might I don't know whether it's baking or something that makes you happy. It would be like a healing sort of task for you. Like, cooking makes me happy. But I just feel like something with your hands is something that's going to heal you. And then I wasn't sure. I felt like you had pain in your knees, because I saw a little bit of red in your knees. And I thought, oh, maybe you're getting a little bit of pain in your knees. So, yeah, that's what I saw for Donna.
Okay, Donna, could you get back to us with some sort of validation, a yes or a no, or you're completely wrong, or you're completely right, whichever way it goes, Donna. We really appreciate the feedback.
Okay, thanks, Donna. I hope that's helped. That was
yes.
I
don't like being like that, but when it comes like that, you've got to just say it how it is. You can't pussyfoot around and make everything rosy for everyone, because it's not how life always is it? Unfortunately.
That's it.
All right, so Shirley, I think it was. Hi, Maura, Nicole, and Emma. I like that name better than mine. That's okay.
I have a cow in spirit called Emma.
Oh, there you go. All right, so was it Shirley that wanted a reading? Was it? Or...
Yes, I think she does. And maybe Shirley can ask us a part of her life that she'd like to ask about. Do you want to ask about work, romance, about life itself, about grown-up children, about travel, health? Health's only so much I can do on live. Your spiritual path, what you're doing spiritually. You know, are you psychic, or are you interested in all this as another tool that you're going to use in your life?
Like she is interested in spiritual work.
So, Shirley, if you can just pop on and give us a little more question, even a question or a couple of questions, even it has to be.
I think
question
aura on Shirley. Is that right?
Oh, I'm just like doodling. I'm just doodling. And I'm like,
can do aura in a minute. It's just Shirley has got a picture of two birds and a yin and a yang. So that means I would say that she's got an interest or a love of birds or animals, or she just likes those colours, or she just doesn't want to show her face. I don't mean that, Shirley. I get it. Unfortunately, when you do something publicly, you can't hide your face, so we've got to put our face out there. Otherwise, people think we're just
Shirley with more on in depth of what you want to know, and the girls can answer you. We've got someone here. Colleen, hi ladies. I wonder if you can see a change in career for me. Cheers.
Okay, Colleen, I'm going to tap on the cards and pull you an essential oil card to start with to see what's actually going on in your work at the moment and career and why you might want to change or why there should be some changes. Okay, so I'm just going to knock on our Katie Kate cards. That's the essential oil deck, as you know, and a card for Colleen for high school, all about her career and if there's any changes. Okay, we've got the card. I don't know whether you've got this deck, Colleen. It's number 47. It's called Time. And I think it means the time is ticking now and it's time for change as well. It says, disregard anyone or anything trying to disrupt your peace. So obviously I get from that card, obviously around your work situation or career, it's not that peaceful and you're not that happy within yourself. You can't find yourself at a happy place doing it. Now you could be, whatever you do, you could just feel, look, this is who I am and this is what I do, but this situation's not right for me and this company's not right or my clients aren't right. I need a change, okay? And I feel with the time, it means the time is now to have a look at things. Now, the card is number 47. And I want to say to you also, what happened to you at 47? Who did you meet? Where were you? Or what changes happened in your life when you were 47? Because I feel I want to go back to then. And if you're not already 47, well, don't worry about it. But I feel you are. What happened at 47? Have a think about it. And then go, okay, that was going on in my life. And the affirmation for you, Colleen, is, I forgive those that have disappointed me and I move peacefully and forward in my life. Yeah, I feel that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, working, and I feel it's to do with health for some reason, it's a big disappointment. It's not what you thought it was, wherever you are, okay? So I feel the time is right now to think about making a plan about where you're going and how you're going to move forward. Now, okay, it's not like back in the 70s, you could leave your job Friday and by Monday you got another job. It doesn't happen that way these days, although it does for some people, but I don't think it happens that quickly for you. I think you really need to rethink who you are, how you can help people, what makes you happy, and how you can put all that together into a career or into a business-like thing that you want to do. All right, even if it means you have to cut back a bit and then start some other things on the side, you know what I mean? Because whatever it is, it's time is now. I just feel time, you know, and yeah, I think too, I might Google, find out what else time has as far as a herb for you. I'll Google that while Nicole reads her aura.
Okay.
Well,
maybe a suggestion while Maura
it's really interesting. Oh, what was that? Sorry, I missed that.
What's interesting, Nicole?
Well, I was just doodling. I was just like, just before, as soon as she said her name, I was just like, oh, I see dollar bills. And then I saw the color magenta in front of the dollar bills. So it can't, for me, that's before that. So like before that dollar bill comes, the magenta is a sign of like there needs to be some sort of independence. There may be some sort of like codependency on something, and to get to that point, there needs to be an independence and not caring what people think to get to that money ching kind of dollar bill I was seeing. Is that from what I saw? Yeah, I can see what the animals want to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure it'll line up with what Moira just said.
You're all very lucky tonight. You're getting two
readings.
So while Moira does the reading, the actually aura and
okay.
Nice.
Dolphin spirit. Dolphin, can I just say this card has a really strong meaning for me, because dolphin, there is a dolphin around me that's been around me since I was a very young child. I've had very much, like, a lot of interaction with dolphins. So when this comes out, this means there's a special person. Like for me, because it has such a special meaning. So it just means that, Colleen, you are a very special person. Sorry, that's just not even, that's just off topic. But the saying is this and that is true. And so that means like there's mammal, dolphin is a mammal, but it's also a sea animal. This and that is true. And there's a time where this is true and there's a time where that is true. So you're sort of in between where that's true, but that's also true. So it's kind of like a transition phase where you're going through from this and that is true. I hope that makes sense, because it makes sense in my mind because I love dolphins so much. And they're also the symbol for communication as well, which I think I just did a really bad job of communicating that. But dolphin.
But Mercury is not retrograde anymore. But if people would stop and listen, we're in the shadow period. It's in like a corridor for another week or two. So we will still feel the effects of the Mercury retrograde. Let's get to the 20th of February, and it's really going forward, and we won't feel the effects as bad as how it's been. And some people do get it more than others, especially if you are ruled by Mercury or you have a Mercury affliction in your chart. So, yeah. So if you've got a Virgo ascendant or you've got the Gemini ascendant, that's ruled by Mercury. But then we'd have to look at other things. But you can find that out in your chart. But just going back to Colleen, it's whooping cough, bronchitis, sore throat, colic, and also arthritis. So I would say to you, I think you've got a bit of arthritis, and I feel as if your throat's sore. I feel as if you need to speak up nicely and really voice your opinion on who you are, and tell the world what you've got to offer and get out there. I hope that helps.
Okay, thanks, ladies. Thanks, Colleen. I hope that's helped. And tune in next Monday for another reading if you'd like. If everyone that's read tonight, if you'd like to like and share our page, and also if you can like and share our readers page as well. Moira is the Celtic Moon, and Nicole is it Animal. What's your page name, Nicole?
It's Nicole Elizabeth, Animal Communicator, but the URL, I guess, is Connect to Animals, which is the website and Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, so if you'd like to go to Connect to Animals on Facebook page and just like their page as well and share, that would be lovely, considering, they're giving their time to give free readings. Okay. All right, thanks, Colleen.
Colleen. Please let us know if that resonates, if it makes any sense.
Susan would love a reading. I must have seen it that night.
Here we go again. Susan would love a reading. What sort of a reading would you like, Susan?
Is
it a love? Yeah, is it a love thing or what? How about we get Nicole to your aura, and we'll see what else. I'm going to pull you a card while Nicole does your aura, and then we'll just add it together, see what's going on. Look, you know what? I feel gutted. I know that's quite strong wording. I feel gutted. And I feel as if I've been stopped, as in I've been pulled up, I've been hit in the stomach, and you know how you're winded and you're like, oh, God, what's going on? Where's my life going? That's the feeling that I get around you, Susan. I don't want to call you Susan. I want to call you Sue or Susie or Fitzy or something or Macca's. I don't want to call you Susan at all. And I do feel you've got a lot of help in the spirit world, a lot of people close to you that have passed on, including a mum. And I feel with the mum, there's a birthday or an anniversary of a mum's passing coming very soon. And I mean within the next couple of weeks, or there will be a birthday of somebody in a couple of weeks, because I've got a mum in the spirit world. And I feel mum's been in the spirit world a long time, a really long time. I want to say that she was 21, but I don't think she was 21. I got a feeling 21 means something around mum or around your age, but I don't think mum was 21, but something to do with 21, because she shows me a key and a 21, the old-fashioned keys. So someone with 21 or about to turn 21, or was it 21 years ago? I just get a 21 to do with mum. I feel you've been talking to her. She is over the moon about a few different things that's going on in the spirit world, to laughing about what's been going on here in the earthly world. Okay, I do feel there's concern around a son and a daughter to do with you, Susie. Look, I feel they've just got to work their own lives out. It's just like, no, how many times can you tell them, and how many times do they not listen? I don't want to be rude. I don't mean that in a negative, nasty way, but I feel as mum says, you know, you can only be their mum, you can only be there for them, and then they have to make their decisions. So I feel that there's some grown-up children or even grandchildren that need to make some decisions and get on with things. It's more like, yeah, we'll get on with it. That's what mum's saying, you know, get on with it. And that's what I feel she wants to say to you. Tell them, grandma says, or Nana says, stop, have a look at yourself, get on with it. Do it. Okay? I hope that's of some help to you, Susie. And I also get the name, as I sit here, I've got a couple of names. I'm getting the name of Flo or a Florence, but I don't feel that's mum. I feel that's somebody that you might have known or mum knew and she's met with in the spirit world. And I've got a man wearing white bowling gear, and he shows me a bowls club, and he's playing bowls and having a beer, and I feel he's the life and soul of the party, right, ma'am. And he, I feel, comes close to you as well, and you would understand who he is, because mum's there holding his hand, telling him, no, you've had enough for tonight. Okay, I hope that's helped you, Susie, and please let us know if that means anything to you.
If you'd like a further reading with Moira to get more information, just contact her direct.
You can contact me direct at the Celtic Moon.
Okay.
Send me a message or find my phone number if you can on there, and send me a text, and we can hook up. I'm not doing face-to-face readings at the moment, only because I'm not vaxxed, but I'm waiting on this new vax. But if someone, you know, if it's someone local or something I can do, maybe I can swing around it. But
Okay.
I won't be going where there's big crowds or anything like that. I don't want to get ill.
Let Nicole, because we've got quite a few people lining up here. So Nicole, you see for Susan.
Oh.
Or you got a card.
Well, mine was not much in the aura, but then the cards. So I'll make it quick, people.
Yep.
As soon as I saw Susan's name, I just kept hearing, you know, the song "The Eye of the Tiger." And you know the first bit, dun, 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 you know, like the Rocky from Rocky. And I feel like so you've got some tiger stripes in here. And for me, this is it's kind of like opposite, but that's like in the future. Where are we?
Oh,
That's
wow.
like in the future. It's kind of like you have to do the Rocky mentality. You have to do the fighting. You have to do that to get to where you need to be. And like, because I just kept seeing tiger stripes and hearing the song. But it's funny because you said in the last one that you were having a reference to the throat, and I in this one was actually feeling it in my throat for Susan, and it was kind of like the blue is like she needs to say something, but there's red around it as well. So there's an element of frustration about something she's not saying, and it's really kind of like stuck in her throat that she needs to get it out. And the green around is kind of like the ribs, and I kind of feel like this is something that you do physically when you're not, like when you're really upset. It's kind of like you do this on your ribs because that's where you feel it in your body, and you're actually holding it. You know, when we do healing and the first thing you do is try to hold the area, it's kind of like that's where I feel like you hold your energy, and that's what you're just trying to do. I'm squeezing the hell out of my ribs, sorry. And then I pulled you 2 cards, and the wombat was the first one that came through. And this one is this be at home means, you know, into your home and make sure everything's okay, because wombats, you know, they do sort of burrow underground, but they need that time to rest and recuperate from the world. And then the other one was, this is good though, because once you've done that, I've got that the antelope spirit, which is life is about to speed up. So then once you've done your little eye of the tiger montage and you've sorted out your crap at home that way, life will speed up is what I'm getting. But in a good way. In a good way.
Okay, Susan, so I hope that's helped. Like I said, if
Yes,
you'd like
Sue, could you please let us know if that makes any sense to you, please?
all right, just a
Yes
few
or no, that's all you have to say.
Okay, we've just got a couple of messages here. Hi, Leslie.
Hi, Leslie. I think we've read for Leslie before, haven't we? We've met Leslie, and we've. Oh, hello, Patty.
Hi, Patty.
I know Patty. So how about Nicole reads for Patty?
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right,
That
Patty.
this is going to be interesting, Patty. Let's see what she gets for you. Patty's a friend of mine.
Oh,
And
no
hello,
pressure,
she's down in Junee, in the southern bits of New South Wales, past Wagga, down that Riviera.
Is there ocean there? Because I'm feeling
At
like
Junee,
there needs to
no,
be a
there's
lot of
no ocean at
secret-
Junee that I know
Yeah,
I don't think
Okay,
there's
I don't know where that is, but I feel.
of.
Oh, sorry.
She might have just been to the ocean. I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm seeing ocean, I'm seeing waves, and I'm really shit at drawing them, so I'm going to draw them this way. But I'm feeling that for some reason the salt air and the sea is going to be a way to what's the word? Rejuvenate, regenerate, inner child type thing.
Recharge.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Recharge. You know the words. Just
R&R.
R&R. Patty, I'm seeing actually quite a lot of colour, and I don't know whether you're a hippie or not. I don't know if that's a bad word, if I'm not allowed to say that these days, but I'm seeing a lot of purple and orange around you, and I keep seeing like all these patterns. Like if you go into like a crystal store and you like see Patty sort of like rolling in the crystal store, because I feel like you'd be happy there. Wow, sorry. I don't mean to offend you if that's offensive. I really don't. Because I am seeing, where is it? It's kind of like all around you. Okay. I'm seeing all this like purple energy around, and some people see that as healing, but for me, when I'm doing the auras, I see purple as just like spirit. Like immediately, like just there. I actually feel like you're very, very intuitive. And I feel like, okay, I'll just show you. Oh, you don't get headaches, do you? Because I'm feeling it like here on my head. I'll just show you. Okay. Let's hope I didn't stuff this one up, eh? All right. Oh, could be someone's getting pain in their head. So this is like, I'm seeing, I don't know why, but I feel like you need a trip to the ocean or a trip to the sea, because I'm feeling like even that maybe have childhood memories or something, but there's something there that just the water is that washing away that energy and spirit recharge, like Moira said. The purple, I couldn't even actually pinpoint where the purple was around you. I just kind of like saw it around you, and like that's why I was like the crystal store type thing is like, because the smells would be like your thing, is what I'm feeling. But I'm also feeling like the yellow around. I'll just do it to show you the yellow around your mouth, because I feel like you're very intuitive, and sometimes you don't even know what you're saying. It just comes out of your mouth, and it's the right thing to say. And sometimes it can be like, when you just say something, you're like, that was exactly what I was meant to say, but you didn't know you were going to say it until the words came out of your mouth. Like, it kind of just flew out of your mouth, because I feel like that happens a lot. And then maybe it is you, but I don't know. I was just feeling some pain around here. So maybe you get some headaches or something, or maybe it's Anne-Marie. I'm not sure, but that's what I was just feeling, because I actually had to grab my head. So I hope that makes sense. I'll do you a card and see what it says. Sorry, I don't know why I had to look then. feel like people are drawn to you? Because I was just looking at my cards and I thought, oh, I had to look at her name. Like I had to sort of like, oh, there we go. That just came out. She got 2. Dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. I actually feel like you are anyway, but I feel like this relates to the things you love to do in life. And I feel like you need to be loyal to yourself and make sure you pursue the things that you love in life. And dogs are very, very loyal animals. They'll even be loyal to an animal abuser. And the other one, the ant, time to collaborate. Now, ants, gosh, I got dirty now, sorry. Ants are obviously, everyone knows ants. They all attack together. They all stay together, and they all collectively help each other. And there's no sort of that movie Ants, and they're like happy to work. They're all workers together, and they're like happy to. But if you collaborate, there may be a project you're working on that you need to collaborate, and you'll actually get to the result faster. I hope that makes sense to you.
Okay, Patty, I hope that's helped. That was wonderful. I really enjoyed that.
I'm just wondering if she's going to communicate with animals, especially that dog energy. That's what came to me when I saw that card.
There you go.
Maybe she's got some dogs in the spirit world that she communicates with or would like to hear from or something as well. But well,
okay.
I feel like she can because it's all around her because it's the purple. So for me,
maybe she's learned to communicate with animals and can come on here as well.
There you go.
Okay.
I don't know. Patty will have to let us know where she's at and if any of that makes sense.
Okay, just a couple of people saying hello, ladies. Hope you're all wonderful. Much love. Thank you, Rodney. Anytime.
Thanks, Rodney.
Just some feedback from Donna. I appreciate the reading, ladies. I do make my own bracelets and sun catchers, so I work with my hands. I do have knee pain. Moira, the part of your reading about balance was me. The rest was my hubby. Okay.
Good.
Yes, you got to share your pain with your hubby. Don't keep it all to yourself. Okay.
Yes, there's some. Yeah, I think there's someone at their work that was definitely to do with the work or money situation where very unbalanced. I felt like, oh, just be quiet. Just like you just want to scream, but you can't. If you do, it might cause more trouble. Just be Switzerland and let them self-destruct. And I feel you'll hear of that or hear of that, Donna, and then things will change.
All right. Thanks, Donna. Here we got here. Ashley, hi, would love a little reading. Well, you got
that could be the cloak.
two little readings. So, okay, Laura, do you want to? Well,
yes, I'm going to pull Ashley a card from the KDK Modern Essential Oils Modern Oracle deck, and I'll see what plant or herb or whatever comes up for the highest good for Ashley White, please.
Mini reading.
Got the card of Jasmine. Jasmine for Ashley, and I do feel that you do know someone called Jasmine or Jasmine would mean something to you apart from this card in your life. Okay, now it's number 23 in the KDK deck if you have the deck. I do feel as well, not always, but for some reason I feel the number 23 means something to you, or you're coming up to turning 23. You may live at a number 23, but I feel it's more to do with a birth date or a birthday. And it says that this can be an amazing time for you. Be sure to surround yourself with positive people and work with pure intention. Okay, so I feel that there's really positive stuff coming into your life. Work with positive and pure intention, which I do feel that you do. I feel as if there's a little bit more meditation or a little bit more asking that you'll be doing to do with anything metaphysical. And it says, I always tell myself, I surround myself with positive energy and I think positive things and thoughts. So I feel affirmations and more positive stuff in your life. But I feel that for some reason there's crystals, metaphysical stuff, books, tarot, all this sort of stuff around you. Could you please let us know, Ashley, if it makes any sense? And I feel a lot of positive stuff coming your way. It's as if you're about to put your new foot forward, like the card in the tarot deck of the Fool. I bet you're starting out on a new journey. I feel there's on a new path you're going to take and new ways of getting yourself out there. And I'll pass you over to Nicole.
Okay, this looks really weird. I feel like I start all of them with this. So, strange, right? Right. So what I was feeling, as soon as I saw your name, my mouth got completely dry, and I feel like you were getting a message that you need to start looking after yourself and drinking a lot of water. I don't know why you need that. Maybe you need that in your body to be more balanced. It's just a very big pull there. I was also getting a pull around your heart area, around with the motherly. I'm feeling like there's something to do with your mother, whether it's now or in the future, but I feel like there's a big connection there, and there's something that and it could just be that she may need your support, but I just feel like this is something there with your mum. Also underneath there, I had to draw a line because you really can't see the colours in this because they're so close, which is the red there. And I'm feeling like you are the person, like when you love, it's not just a love, you know, you're not one to say I love you, throw it around. You have like this deep love for people. But I'm also feeling that you're holding a lot of tension in your shoulders because I'm seeing a lot of red in your shoulders. So I will just also call you a card to see what the animals want to say to you. Oh, okay. There we go. Parrot. Watch your words. Now, these aren't words. Where is it? These aren't words about, you know, other people, because I don't think you're that type of person. These are words about yourself. And I feel like you need to start saying the right words about yourself. And all that could then come back to the motherly thing. There could be something to do with your mother there and why you are not saying the right words about yourself. But I feel like you definitely need to start watching your words about how you also perceive yourself, because what you say is what you draw to yourself and manifest, if that makes sense.
Okay, thanks, Nicole. Thanks, Ashley. I hope that's helped you. Okay, just a few people saying hello. Hello. Hi there, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Hi, Debbie.
Hello.
Hello, Debbie.
Okay. If there's validation, I'll just let the girls go through it. Just so we can get through these readings. So Joe says, can anyone get anything from the guy I'm seeing at the moment?
Okay.
Oh, don't ask me love
let's see.
questions. It's your Moira.
Let's see what we can do on that. I'm going to ask, what is his intentions and is he okay for you? Okay, let's see what card I get. And then we can continue on from there. So I'm going to get my other deck, which are the KDK Modern Oracle deck. And we're going to ask for Joe, Stephanie, Joe, whichever way you want to put it, about her love life. And she wants to know, can you get anything about the guy that I see at the moment? Okay. What card do I get for him? And, oh, look. He's either going to move on or you're going to move on with him. That's what I'm getting. I have to ask a bit more. Let's see if I can get something else to go with that card. Trouble brewing. Okay, I don't want to put a damper on it. I'm not going to burst your bubble. I'm not saying he's the wrong one for you or any of that. But I would be very careful, or just watch for any arguments or problems or something that's brewing. Or if you feel as if something's not right, let us know if that makes any sense to you, because I just get the feeling that you are questioning yourself, or questioning, does he really care, or does he really, what does he want, that sort of thing. And you're worried about him taking off, or worried about where this is going to go. And I just feel as if there's a storm brewing, or maybe a chat brewing you might have to have with this gentleman. And then you might know where you're going with him. And that's what I feel. I feel it's still up in the air, because that was the air, 2 air cards, plane taking off, and the storm in the air. So let's see if that makes any sense, Joe. I'm sorry to give you any bad news. I don't mean it like that, but let me know if that makes any sense to you. And let's see what Nicole has picked up on.
What did the animals say, Nicole?
I got the Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. So it's interesting when you pull the first card and you were like, I don't know if you're going to move on or move on together. I looked at it, went watch and wait, and I'm like, oh, I think you need to definitely take Moira's advice in this one and just wait. And you said there may be a conversation coming. Just take note. I'm feeling you need to just take note of what's happening recently, and then wait until that point in time that Moira is referring to. So.
And does he leave you on red? That's another thing. Maybe she could let us know, Joe.
Yeah.
Stephanie, if you could let us know if any of that resonates with you at all. But something's not quite right.
Hope it's in your favour. Okay.
Or maybe he's already taken off, or maybe there's no one there, because it doesn't seem solid to me, whatever you're asking about. Okay, sorry, but that's what I'm getting.
Good luck.
And as you know, we can be wrong.
That's right.
Not always, but
there's always three. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
right.
All right. Let us know how you go, Joe. All right. Elena says hello.
Hi, Elena.
What's this? What does that mean? Rebecca, I don't know what that means.
Shirley said thank you. Do you know if Shirley got back to you with any confirmation about what we were picking up on?
Sam said thank you, ladies. Thank you, Sam. Who's this? I'm going to be okay with. Oh, I think we've already answered that one.
Okay.
Debbie, hi, ladies. Can you see me moving to Queensland this year, please? Okay.
I mean, Queensland's awesome. So, what do you think, Moira?
I'd love to go to Queensland.
Well, you don't need a pass to get over the border now, and I don't know about you've got to be vaxxed. I suppose you still have to. I don't know. They change the laws every day. I've got no idea, but yes, it's awesome.
No. Yeah,
it's awesome. So let's see for Debbie.
Why wouldn't you want to
come? Pull a card. If I can get a card about is Debbie for moving to Queensland this year. Oh yes, I do feel there's been some upsets around you to make you want to move, and some other dishonesty or people that aren't quite right. That's you've gone. I've got to get out of here. That's what I'm getting for the first card that came out, and I feel it's to do with other women as well, what's been going on. But I do feel that there's women or friends that you have a female up this way that you would like to connect with. I do get you connecting with Bundaberg and Maryborough for some reason. I don't think moving there. I feel as if you're either going to go there or you know people. And it says a new broom sweeping clean. I feel by the time we get to September, October, you're out of where you are, you're gone. Come out of there. And I feel you will have moved. And with the new broom sweeping clean, you really do need that, as in you look back and go, oh, I made the best decision. It was the right time. I needed to move to Queensland. So I feel you'd be very, very happy in the Sunshine State. One more card. Yes, you are taking flight. You're moving on. Okay, Debbie, I hope that helps. And I hope Nicole has some other interesting puzzle stuff for you as well.
Let's see what your animal
I'm laughing because it's funny because it's got the moth spirit surrender now. And if anyone knows anything about moths, they go straight to the light. They see it, they go.
She's kind of stretching
laughing, sorry.
Okay,
Makes sense. And you'll have to come and visit us. Come and we'll meet up or something.
All right. I hope that's helped you there, Debbie.
Yeah.
Okay. Marnie, Moira, I'm wondering if my partner is happy with what I'm doing and if my future will be okay without him. Oh. Okay. What do the cards say?
Okay, Marnie Nolan, we're going to ask for Marnie. So obviously you've made a decision and you're moving on. So let's see. There's something spiritual that you're doing as well. It's to do with your own spiritual quest. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to become a tarot reader or an animal communicator. You could, but I don't mean it like that. I feel it's for your own spirit within yourself, because I feel as if you've been let down enough. You've been smothered. You feel, no, I need my freedom. I've got this freedom thing. I've got this Jupiter thing. I've got yellow. I've got you wanting to seek more knowledge. I want you to just go. Okay. So that's what I'm getting there. Then I get the card that's come out. Look, you're going to tie up some loose ends with this gentleman in the next few weeks. And I feel as if you're going to be a lot better once you've tied up those loose ends. There's some things have to be talked about or have to be settled, because I feel as if there's a new love or another love around you, or a love of something else that you're going towards. Okay, that's what that card shows me. And I do feel as if you feel guilty because it's as if you haven't been that honest with him. Now, I don't mean you're telling him lies. It might mean, and this is the sense that I'm getting from this card with you, that you haven't told him everything. Okay? Now, sometimes we can't. We don't tell mum everything or grandma everything or the neighbour everything. We don't. And sometimes there's things we do or keep to ourselves or keep to our own spirit and our soul for ourselves. Okay? So it doesn't mean you have to go and air everything to him. But I feel as if there's a few things that you might need to talk to him about and get off your chest. All right? And detox the whole situation. So I feel with that, there seems to come with you by the time we get to spring, our spring, not the Northern Hemisphere spring. So by the time we get to August, September, October, you'll have sorted all this out. There's a love of new things that you're doing in your life, and you're going to be a lot happier. And I feel as if this person has been a bit toxic. And look, it doesn't mean he's a nasty person, but I feel as if you're at the end of the road. There's a fork at the road, and you're going that way, and he's going that way. I hope that helps, sweetie. And Marnie, all the best, and let us know if any of that makes sense. And I'll let Nicole tell you what she's getting for you.
See what the spirit animal.
I was pulling it when you were talking, and I got the bear spirit, and this is take time out. And as you know, brown bears or bears hibernate, and they take time out to reflect. They stay, essentially they stay home in their area, but they need that time to actually plan their next move. And so I actually feel like that ties in with what you were saying, is to take the time out to do what you need to do the future thing properly.
Yeah, and I feel when I see that, it's like someone's been poking the bear as well.
Yeah, there you go. See?
All right.
There you go. Makes sense.
Okay, Marnie,
So maybe between now, because we're about to go into autumn. It's autumn, then they start to hibernate even more through the winter. So maybe this time until we get to spring is a time for you to really go within. I love that card. I like those cards. They really do resonate with everything else, don't they? Wow.
Yeah, I love them. They're beautiful. Yeah.
all right. We'll move on.
Okay, Marnie, hopefully that's been of some help to you.
Yeah. Thanks, Marnie. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Okay, Anne-Marie. Hi, wondering how I'll go with a work claim.
I think we've done Anne-Marie before on this work claim thing, but I'll do it again. I'm sure it was only a matter of timing. She was still waiting to hear back, and it wasn't quite happening now. So I'm just going to ask again. Actually, I'm going to pull a couple of cards out of this deck for you, Anne-Marie Pedden, and I'll see what animal Nicole gets for you. And by the time we get to spring, the spring card's coming up, that new broom sweeping clean's coming up. So by the time we get to spring, it doesn't mean it takes that long. By the time you get to spring, you've been really worried and worried about this whole thing. And I do feel you've been asking the spirit world a lot for help. And this is also your chakras. I feel as if you feel very also out of place, out of whack at the moment as well. You are blessed around the situation. This is going to happen eventually for you. And I'll see if I can get one more for a timing. And there's just been lots of brick walls. Okay, you are blessed. It is going to sort itself out in time. Okay, so I feel there could be another court case or another hearing or some other talk that has to be done, or some more things have to be signed, or someone else has to approve something. But I do feel it's coming. And I'm saying now, look, what's happening next? And the next card I get is it's still an open book. The case is not closed. Okay, so I hope it helps. I'd love it to happen tomorrow for you. I'm praying. I hope it does. But by the way things are, it's not quite tomorrow, love. But please keep in touch and let us know how you go. And Nicole's got the card of the...
Yeah, what does the spirit animal say?
Oh, okay. So I won't interpret. I'll let you do this interpreting. But it was the horse spirit, and this is freedom is yours, because the people thing is not my thing. That's Moira's thing. So I'll just leave you with that card with the horse. Freedom is yours, whatever that means for you, because I don't want to interpret and get anything correct, because like I said, it's not really my thing. So I'll
yeah, well, that card makes sense because I think she's been running around like a wild Brumby. You know how they can get a bit aggravated and run wild, you know what I mean? This has really made you wild in some ways, whereas really you want to just be that pony that trots along or plods along and is happy, whereas you're all over, you know, and I feel even your hair goes wild, or you could even be in the year of the horse as well. But I just feel, yeah, that freedom is coming. We don't know when. I feel it's this year, love, but it's a hard one. It really is a hard one. And I think you know that. I know you're asking, you'd love it to be tomorrow, but it's just the way things are.
Okay, thanks, Maura. Thanks, Nicole. All right, Anne-Marie, I hope that's helped you. Okay, Donna. Hi, Donna. How are you? Okay.
Hi, Donna. Donna's from the directory, isn't she? Yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay, next one we've got Susan. Oh, spot on, Mum passed 1974, and I do feel I can relate to everything you have both said. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for your feedback, Susan.
Yes, thank you, Susan.
All right. Okay. We've got Patty. What is it? Oh, okay. This is some feedback with Patty.
It's a what do you call it? Confirmation.
Nicole.
moderation.
Love them. Purple is my colour. Yes. Mouth spot on. Yes. My my loyalty. Yes. Thanks. Wow. Thank you, Nicole. Thanks, Maura.
Awesome. Thank you.
There you go. I do know of Patty, but I don't know her ins and outs of her daily life. So, but because I know her, I thought, well, you don't know her, so see what you're getting and you're spot on. That's brilliant. It's nice to hear, isn't it, Patty?
Thank you. I love
somebody else that's tuned in and got it spot on with you. Wow. Keep in touch, Patty.
All right. Let's see. What have we got here? Okay. Helen, anything for me? Thank you. Okay. I think Helen usually asks for a health question. So.
Okay, I'm going to pull one of Katie K's essential oils for Helen. And the card is Mandarin and Tangerine. The number of the card in the deck is number 30. And I do feel the 30th does mean something to you. It's either a birthday or a passing. That's what I'm getting, or an anniversary of some sort. The 30th would mean something to you. 30th of a month. And I want to get later in the year for some reason. I don't want to say in the next month or two. I want to say later on in the year. For some reason, this makes me want to go to spring, the tangerine and the orange. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. And it says, fun times ahead. Oh, wow. That's good. That's a wonderful one. Release your creative side and enjoy yourself. Fill your life with healing color. And then the affirmation for you, Helen, is I am creative. I will allow myself to express and my creativity without limitations. Hope that makes some sense to you, Helen. And it's mandarin and tangerine. So I think vitamin C would really help. I'm not a doctor. I can't say why, but maybe a bit more vitamin C would help as well. And a bit of D, the bit of sunshine for you as well. I don't know whether you're lacking in vitamin C or you need to add a little bit more vitamin C to your diet.
That's a good point. When I saw Helen's name, I felt my energy being pulled back, like, so I'm feeling that there may be something in the past too that you keep getting pulled back to, like a moment in time. I don't know why. It just is like it pulled me straight back. I'm just looking at your last name. This is not relating to any of this. Is that kind of? Am I allowed to ask this? Is it sort of like a Yugoslav type name? Because I saw the spelling of your last name, and I sort of recognise that kind of area in Europe. I don't know whether you've married into that name or your last name by birth, but I don't know. I saw that name and I just thought of all this beautiful food, like, you know, cabbage rolls and things like that they used to eat. Anyway, that's got nothing to do with these cards. I was just curious. But what I did pull for you when Moira was speaking was the antelope spirit, and that's the life is speeding up. So I feel like, and it could be because you're being pulled back, and you know, when you let go, it can push you forward. So maybe you need to like pull back to that point in time. There needs to be something dealt with there, and let go, and then it's going to propel you forward.
Okay. Well, Dawn, I hope that's helped. Thanks, ladies. Got some more validation here from Debbie. Thank you, ladies. As a female friend is in the process of buying a place and wants me to move in and rent it. Okay, the female just says laying my daughter-in-law who has put a wedge between my son. Thank you very much. And yes, it's not the two towns you said. Okay.
No, I didn't think that's where you're moving to, but for some reason you're going to have links or meet people from there. You could come up to Queensland and the first person you meet, your neighbour, says, "Oh, we've just moved here from Bundaberg," or whatever, and you go, "Oh, that's what Bundaberg's all about," and you don't even go there. But I feel there's some great things ahead for you. Oh, how wonderful! Your friends process of buying the place wants you to move in and rent it. Wow, perfect. Yeah. And sometimes, as you know, Debbie, with family or when things happen like that, you just got to stay mum. Okay, I love them for who they are, but I've got to look after me and get on with my life because I'm not living my life for them, even though, you know, get what I mean? It's hard. It's hard. I don't know if I'd like it if a son-in-law, daughter-in-law between me and mine. I don't know if I'd like it very much, but what do? You've got to really still look at you and go, hang on a minute, I'm a soul, I've got a my spirit needs to be looked after, and I need to make myself happy. So, wow, what a place to come to and make yourself happy. Wow, fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, right. Thanks for the validation there, Debbie. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Debbie.
Kellyanne, what do I need to do to make a joint business venture a success?
Okay. We'll pull you a card, Kellyanne. I know at the moment, I want to say to you, because of what's going on in the sky, I wouldn't do anything until we get through the middle of April, and we get that new moon happening on the middle of March, and then there's a new moon on the 1st of April. We do have a new moon coming on the 3rd of March, but I was doing a little bit of research today, and Jupiter and Saturn are behind the sun. So they're not at their full strength. So you really do need Jupiter for the opportunities and that sun to shine for your soul to shine through. So I would say don't give up on it. Don't put it on the back burner. Plan everything around it, but look at doing something once we get to that 3rd to 4th week of March, or even April Fool's Day. I know you might go, "Oh no, April Fool's," but it's not April Fool's. It is a new moon, and it'll grow. Because when we've got the sun, this Jupiter and Saturn behind the sun from where we are here on Earth, They're not at their full strength. And you need the Saturn, Saturn to be at his full strength, because that's the foundation, and the Jupiter's opportunity and the knowledge. Okay? So if you'd like to know anything more, I do private readings, half hours, or just one question readings, or you might want to talk to Nicole. Nicole will see what card Nicole gets for you around that. But I feel that's what we need to do for starters. Don't do anything yet until we get the dates right. Nicole will tell you something, and after Nicole, I'll grab you one card to see what else we get for you, Kelly Ann.
Okay, this is an interesting card. This is the Otter Spirit card, and it says you were never alone. So I thought it was interesting that you talked about a joint business venture. But with the otter, sorry, they're not native to Australia, but I do know that they actually are like they show affection by being with other people. And so if you're in a situation where you're feeling alone, you need to be with that other person, or you should be reaching out to the other people, because you need to have that connection. So I actually think it's funny that for me it's funny that it's a joint business venture, but obviously take the advice of what Moira said. This is just the Otter card, just confirming that connection with two is what I would say.
Yeah, and I also got you the card of Peppermint, which is in this deck, and it's card number 39. And the Peppermint said, this is a good time to set your goals for the future and make them happen. Make a wish for what you want. Okay, so I don't feel there's a problem. It's just that getting the timing right and getting it right about what you two are going to be doing. Okay, is business partnership. What I'd like to do is pull one more card and ask what seems to be holding you back, or what else you need to know to do, Kelly Ann, about your business. Could you confirm if it's another woman involved, please, love? I feel that's feminine energy or feminine things that you'll be doing, and there is a lot of happiness and fireworks there, so it's good. There's a bit of a firecracker, this other partner, when they want to be, but you also need your freedom to be you around this situation as well. I don't mean that you can't do it together, but you still have to be very individual, both of you, about what you both put in. Okay, you might not always see eye to eye or like everything they want to do or whatever, but I feel both ideas work, if that makes sense to you. Please, Kelly Ann, could you let us know if that makes any sense at all?
Okay, we'll just do one more reading and we'll wrap it up. So we've got Joe Stephanie. Can I just ask, do you feel the guy has feelings for me only and not anyone else? Wow.
I'm going to pull one card on that, Joe. I think we've already covered what I said there, and it's not always nice to hear that he might be taken off or it's not right, because we have feelings for people. I get that. You need to take some time out and just cruise around this situation. I don't know. I don't think he knows what he wants. And if you're looking for a commitment and a Valentine's ring or something, I don't want to be nasty, or I'm not going to blow your bubble here, but I don't think he's ready to commit. I don't feel there, and I'm going to get Nicole to pull a card to see what comes with it, but I just feel sorry.
Okay, I was laughing, not at you, Moira, obviously. I was laughing at the card that I pulled. I don't know if you can see that. It's the pig spirit. I don't know if you can see. My lighting's pretty bad. But it's the pig spirit, and it is use your mind wisely. So obviously they're not, people really aren't my thing. It's Moira's thing.
You know what I'd say? Use your mind or your head more than your heart.
I think she knows it in her mind, is from what I would pull from that. But look, I could be wrong. It's just what the card said. So
that's right. And we're not here to tell you how to run your life either.
Exactly.
Right, Joe,
but can I just say? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Nicole.
I just want to say, though, for the last little while, my skin's been going crazy. So there is someone out there with a dog or a cat or an animal that has really itchy skin, and they're pushing it on me to let you know. So if you see your dog scratch a bit, just take note, because it's been driving me crazy, and I have to tell you, otherwise it's going to keep driving me crazy.
As you said that, I feel like a little dog. I feel it's little, like a little terrier of some sort, or that sort of thing. Then they've got that
Yeah, I think
Queensland
dog.
itch. You know that they call it the Queensland itch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, horses get that too. Mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh,
Mm.
But I feel it's a little dog that sits on someone's lap, and it's a lap dog. It's not a huge dog.
Marnie said it's her dog.
Oh.
There you go.
Actually, well, it's really annoying. Just so you know, it's itchy.
You can
Especially
keep it,
here.
Nicole. You can keep
Yeah.
the itch. I don't mind. You can keep the itch.
Just some validation for Kellyanne. Yes, we both will come up very differently and have different strengths, but we both feel we can make a good team. So that's to do with that.
Yes, yeah, I do feel you can, Kelly, make a good team, but just time it right with the planets as well, or have a look in the sky, what's going on, and make sure that Jupiter and that Saturn is strong in the sky, which will be by the time we get to the end of March, April, and then it'll grow. It doesn't mean stop planning. It means, launch it then. And when it's the sun's really bright in Aries, we'll have Mars have moved again, and it's just going to be better energy for new starts and for it to be solid and for it to last.
Okay, hope that helps. We're going to call it a night. Just to let you know, Monday night we'll be back on, and it's actually Valentine's Day. We will be giving away free prizes on that night. So if you could like and share, and please say that you've liked and shared our page to receive a reading. Sue will be your host on Monday night, so I'm sure there'll be some love readings and all that, and some prizes to be given away. So stay tuned. Join us Monday night at the same time, same place. And we'd like to thank Moira and Nicole for coming on tonight. Thank you, ladies. And thank you so much for giving your time to give these free readings for everybody. So, all right. So we'd like to say good night to you all now. And see you on Valentine's Day, Monday at 8 p.m. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have your Valentine's Day questions ready?
Yep, happy Valentine's Day, and I hope you do get something. All right. Night, everybody.
No.
Be cool.